Hi guys, welcome to today's post-market analysis video of the 15th February 2022. And today was a classical example of what a short covering rally is and how powerful such rallies can be. You could see today that since yesterday price had fallen and yesterday was a big fall. So what was the fall like for yesterday? Let's see. It was nearly 290 points in Nifty, so it was a huge fall, and from today's low it recovered 535 points from today's low to high, and that is a big rally today. You can see the red candle yesterday. Okay, the price opened with a big red candle. Now what do traders do normally and naturally? When they see a red candle like that, they will go and short that candle, and that is exactly what happened yesterday. Also, given the market news and weak global cues and the news worldwide, it was a given that yesterday would be a big sell-off. So that was no surprise yesterday. And yesterday price kept falling the entire session. It kind of took swings and it kept falling. So that is the way price falls in swings. So that is how price kept falling. It kept making lower highs and price fell the entire session yesterday. Now, what is the sentiment when somebody comes to trade today? It is obvious that the sentiment is negative. But today what happened was, here in Nifty, you can see that price opened exactly at the central pivot range. And what did it open with? It opened with a fairly strong bullish candle. So this was a bullish candle, the first bullish candle. And you can see this line here, this is the central pivot range, or the central pivot rather, and this entire range is the central pivot range. Okay, and so here price broke out of the central pivot range at the very first candle. And then, was that a good trade to take? That was not a good trade to take, going long on the first candle itself in Nifty, because at that point Bank Nifty was below the CPR. So Bank Nifty was under pressure initially, and from there it could have taken selling and fallen further. So it was definitely not the right trade to take. And now see what happens at 10 o'clock. So let's just zoom it up a little bit and let's just magnify and see the 10 o'clock candle here. Okay, this is the 10 o'clock candle, right? And you can see that that candle broke out of the CPR. Okay, it was a breakout, but was it a convincing breakout? It was a convincing breakout as far as Bank Nifty went, because Bank Nifty was already below the day's low at that point. But if you see the price action on this candle, you can see the wick on the bottom and the size of the candle. It's a very small candle. Does it by any chance look like a breakout candle? But if you see the previous of the candle, then this previous candle is a good body candle. Even this candle is a good bodied candle, but none of those candles could convincingly close outside the CPR. So none of those candles actually suggested a short trade, and neither did this candle that actually closed out of the central pivot range or the bottom central pivot range. And from there you saw that price reversed, and the entire day after that price never came to that level. But there was no reversal signal either, and you can see here that we had marked all these resistances given yesterday's price action. So we had marked this level, the level being 17,049.50. We had marked the 17,099.90 level and the 17,134.80 level. So whenever there are strong trends, none of the levels are respected, and all those levels were broken today. The Virgin CPR does not hold price whenever there is a strong trend. So there was a strong trend today in the market, and what is important here is to see the first red candle of yesterday was an open is equal to high candle. Okay, such candles highs are very important and you should mark them, because whenever price will retrace back to that level, price will, or that level will act as a strong resistance. So you could see price action around that area, but then the resistance was broken by this strong candle, and once that was broken, there was a massive short covering rally. Why? Because all the sellers that had gone short panicked and they were running for cover, and when the sellers sell, they have their stop losses above this candle. The stop losses are all buy orders here, and they are the opposite orders of sell orders. So whenever someone shorts this candle, the stop losses will be above that candle. And so once this candle was formed, there was panic in the market, and this entire rally is a classical short covering rally. So usually the short covering rallies can be arrested only by the present day CPR, not a virgin CPR, not by any supply zones coming from the past, not by any resistance coming from the past. So that was how the day unfolded today. So now going ahead, we will delete the virgin CPR. Obviously this level doesn't make sense anymore, and we will delete this box also. All these levels will be deleted, and according to today's price action, we will mark this area here, the high that was broken here, and the price broke out of that level. That was an important level because it being a resistance initially, it will now act as support if price comes from the top. And you obviously have the PDL here, so you can mark a zone here for tomorrow. You have a support coming from this area, you can just mark a zone here for tomorrow. And you can see the wide CPR for tomorrow. It's a very wide CPR. It is highly unlikely in indices to have back-to-back trending days. So tomorrow you should be seeing a range bound or a sideways day. Yes, so these will be the important levels for Nifty as of today. And let's check out Bank Nifty now. Yes, so this was Bank Nifty's price action as of today. And you could see that the first candle here, it opened within the CPR and below it. So price took a fall initially, but then it took support, and from here after it took support, it was a very strong rally afterwards, and you could see that how CPR was broken. So you could have, as of today, a good trade entry would have been, see from here you could see that CPR was broken by this candle here. So initially, before the CPR was broken, this was the high, the new high that was formed by this particular doji, and a candle has to close above that high for you to consider it a breakout, right? So as I've shown you in previous videos, this should be the initial high that should be marked after the CPR. So you should not take a trade before this high is broken. So can you say that after this high was marked, can this be a breakout candle? No. Can this be considered a breakout candle? Yes, it can be considered, but it doesn't look very strong. So best is to wait for such a candle like this. So when you see a candle like this, if you want to take a trade where you want to take a breakout trade after CPR is broken, then you can keep your entry here and your SL below that candle. Okay, and from this area you can have your SL here. After this, your SL would be this big. So if that SL is that big, then your target should be bigger by at least twice. So the target should ideally be around 1:2, like I keep telling you in every trade. And after the CPR was broken, usually you can ignore the R1 pivot, the previous day high, and all other pivots that might come in its way, because usually such breakouts are extremely powerful breakouts. Given that, you could see here that this level that we had marked was within the CPR, and since CPR was not respected, that level did not stand any chance of acting as a strong support or a strong resistance anyway. Fine, so this level we can delete now. This is the PDH we had marked, which was broken today. Even Bank Nifty took the high of the previous day red candle here. Again the same story here. And let's see what important levels we can mark for tomorrow. See, we already have the demand zone coming from the January 25th, 2022. So we have that level ready already. And you can see the price action within this box here. You can see this, and you can see that price could not cross that, could not break that zone. Now this candle reached that pivot or that zone at 250 itself. but from 250 till market close it could not break that level. It tried to, but it could not break. You can see the kind of candles that were made here, and that level was not broken, and the PDH is right above that level. So you may let that level be, or you can just adjust the level as per your requirement, but I would say at least leave the level to be like this, so that you know that that level has not been broken today. Okay, so that zone is important, and the rest of the levels we already have all of them marked. You can see price action around this area. We will mark this area here. We'll mark a zone here also. Let's mark the high of this candle which was broken, because see, the price had rallied up to that point, isn't it? It rallied from here to this point, and then it went into a consolidation zone between this area, and then it took this kind of a strong candle to break that consolidation zone. So we will mark that zone off. If price comes from the top tomorrow, that area might act as a support. So it pays to keep that level ready. You will already have the PDL ready tomorrow, so that area will be already ready. If not, just mark the day's low, that is the current day's low for tomorrow. This level that I was talking about was the supply zone coming from the 8th of February. You can see this area here. This is the supply zone I was talking about, which on the 9th of February acted as a demand zone because price opened on top of it. And then the same area here, when price returns to it, you can see this now. It acts as a resistance again today. So that is the day high of today. So you can keep that area ready. That is the 38231.60 level. So you can keep that area ready. You should in fact keep that level ready for tomorrow's trading session. Yeah, so that was the price action analysis for Nifty and Bank Nifty as of today. I'll post these levels on Twitter as well, so please take down these levels from Twitter so that you can mark them exactly as I have marked them on your charts also. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked it, please hit the like button, and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified each time I post a new video. Thank you and have a great day ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.